Hello everyone, it's day 21 of my 60 pounds in 90 days challenge, and today we're going to talk about why you absolutely must cut the dairy if you want to lose weight. Okay, so if you've been watching any of my other videos, you will realize that the reason that intermittent fasting and ketogenic diet work so well is because they get your insulin under control. Well, the problem with dairy is that it's full of hormones, right? And not only that, it stimulates your own hormones as well. So if you're eating cheese or drinking lots of milk or heavy cream or something like that, it has insulin growth factor 1 in the dairy. Now, I do use some butter, and I probably would be even better off if I would use all coconut oil instead of the butter, but the butter is a relatively small amount of food over the course of my day, and it's also only the fat portion, which the insulin growth factor is not in the fat. It's a protein-based hormone, so the insulin growth factor is going to be found in the milk, in ice cream, in cheese, in whey protein. Like, there's a lot of those whey protein drinks that you look at and you go, oh, it's low carb. I can have this for one of my snacks throughout the day. Well, it may be low carb, but it's doing exactly the opposite of what your low carb diet intends. And that is stimulating the insulin growth factor in your system. Now, some people say that the insulin growth factor actually gets degraded when it goes through your stomach, but they've done tests, and people who drink a lot of milk actually have about a 10 to 20% higher insulin growth factor running around in their blood system. So that's another one of the traps that I fell in when I was doing low carb before, was that I would eat cheese, because a lot of the hard cheeses have very low carbohydrates, like hard cheddar cheeses have low carbohydrates. Now, I'm not saying that they're going to make you gain weight if the rest of your diet is completely low carb, but they can absolutely stall your weight loss. So if you're eating dairy with a low carb, high fat diet, and you're seeing a reduced progress, then try cutting out the dairy, because if you cut out that cheese, if you cut out that milk, if you cut out the sour cream and the cream in your coffee, maybe that's going to give you the lower insulin levels that you need so that your body can access your own fat stores easier. And also, like I said before, don't fall into the trap of eating these protein shakes, because the whey protein is actually one of the things that stimulates the insulin growth factor hormones. Now, dairy also has a lot of estrogen, and the way that they've been getting the milk from the dairy cows lately has even increased the insulin by, I think it was like tenfold, because what they're doing is they are using late pregnancy cattle to get the milk from, instead of using cattle that have already given birth, and so the estrogen levels are very elevated. And estrogen actually promotes fat deposits below the skin. So if you're trying to get muscle definition, or if you're trying to shed that fat, that's going to work against you. And as a side note, they cut the dairy anyway, because these insulin growth factors that are in the dairy and the estrogen that are in the dairy actually promote cell growth and prevent cell death. So if you have any cancerous cells in your body, it can actually cause that to multiply. So if you're stalled, or if you're actually after extreme weight loss, go ahead and cut the dairy and see if that doesn't help you out. Now, my weigh-in is going to be put in right now. Talk to you later.
273.4.